So, how's the reception out here?
We have sports, weather, ooh, the Science Channel.
Keep going. Whoa, what's that?
The man, the myth, the legend, the loser. Captain Quark, once the idol of everyone in the galaxy, has finally hit rock bottom. After his humiliation at the hands of Ratchet and Clank, Quark sold bogus merchandise he claimed were Gadgetron products. But a key defect in this product, the personal hygienator, caused severe irritation in sensitive body areas and alerted authorities to Quark's scam. Behind the Hero will return after these messages.
Well, that explains a lot.
Yes, I suppose it...
All this time, my personal hygienator must have been causing that itch.
Anyway, we should be at our destination shortly.
Hello and welcome to part 9.
Too late again.
We always seem to be a bit late. Why is that?
Well, let's check this place out and find out where he's headed.
Alright, here we are in Canal City on planet Noteth. Now this is a cool level. But our first order of business, we've got a new weapon, which I can't even afford. Yeah, you know, I did all those extra challenges in Feltzin System, I did all those races, and I can't even afford the freaking thing. So yeah, I'm gonna go around and break some stuff, see if I can just get those last 2,000 volts. And of course there are no ships for me to blow up. It's like this game is conspiring against me and my need for money. Oh, and I need money. Get a nice bunch of bolts there. This is like the only thing the Blitz Cannon is useful for. Breaking stuff. And even then, it's like, it's not even that good. You saw it miss that crate before. Oh yeah, so we've got a new enemy. Another Thugs for Less goon. But this guy, he shoots out these electric projectiles, and they are a little bit annoying. It's like they're slow moving, but they're kind of hard to dodge. Mainly because later in the level, they will come out in numbers. And that's mainly their whole strength. You might think that a slow-moving projectile would be easier, but that's not always the case, because since it's slow-moving, that's less time. That's more time that it will be spending, and more time you have to waste getting out of the way. So yeah, our new weapon is the Synthenoids. You might remember the sand mice from the first game, and I refer to that as being a Synthenoid. Well, that's because these guys, much like the sand mice, will hop out, and they'll shoot enemies for you. You know, they'll fly around you, and they'll kill enemies for you. Synthenoids are very nice. What I'm doing now, though, is I'm trying to destroy this big globe in the center for a skill point. First thing you want to do is destroy these big columns with like eggs or moons on them or whatever those are. That globe right up there. Before I finish destroying it, though, I want to kill all these enemies. Yeah, you see how, because the projectile moves so slowly, it's like it didn't fly right by me. It kind of just stuck there, and I ended up walking into it. That's really the only problem with these guys. Here you can see what the Blitz Cannon is actually good at. Just destroying all this glass and getting me money. Okay, so now I'm gonna go and destroy this globe over here. By destroying those columns earlier, it actually broke off some of the rings around this planet, and I'm just gonna go in and break the rest. Then we need to destroy the 2 moons floating around it, and then all it takes is 1 shot. Boom. And that's the end of that. And we even get about 400 bolts for it. But we also unlocked a new cheat. I'm putting that on right now. Ratchet in a tux is like one of my favorite skins in the series. So you know, of course I gotta wear that. So, with these big ship enemies, I would normally be using the, I've completely forgotten the name of the rifle. I remember the names. There's so many rifles, oh my god. Whatever whatever upgrades into the vaporizer. I would normally be using that rifle, but since it's already been upgraded, I really don't have a reason to. So I'm gonna be sticking to the seeker gun. Also, you hear that sound? Yeah, that sound. It drives me insane. And it's being made by this big spinny thing here, so much like the big globe that we destroyed, I'm gonna destroy this. Again, you have to destroy all the pieces, but if you do it, you get a bunch of bolts. This one's only 299 though, as opposed to the 399 before. Still a nice chunk of bolts though. So like I said, I think the seeker gun is a bit of a burden, I guess. I don't know, I don't like having to upgrade it. It's just so slow, and it's not even that good. Oh yeah. So I guess I should admit something. This is actually my second time recording for this part, because the first time I recorded it, all of my recording was like glitchy, and I couldn't put that on a video. So the downside is that I kind of don't know what to say, because I've already said it, so it's like I'm constantly trying to just get back what I said before. So if I sound a little awkward, I guess I apologize for that. Moving right along. For some reason, I went back to like an earlier area and broke some glass. Like I said, for no real reason, so I just cut that out. And now we're back on track. Here we kind of realize a little problem with the Synthenoids, which is that they basically destroy everything before I have a chance to. You know, I'm trying to level up the seeker gun, and Synthenoids are killing everything. Fortunately, the mini turret is kind of a lot like the Synthenoids, so it can take back some of the things that the Synthenoids are trying to kill. What you'll notice over there on the right is sort of a new enemy. It's kind of shooting at a bunch of these glowing balls that turn into Chickenbots. And what I always like to do is, I think they're just called Chickenbot generators. We had generators in the first game for enemies. What I always like to do is wait as long as I can with the Chickenbot generators so that I can get as much experience and as many bolts as I can with them. Of course, the fear here is that the Synthenoids might end up killing it before I have a chance to get as many chicken bolts as I can. Chicken bolts, okay. That's what we're gonna call them. Yeah, what happens is that sometimes, look at that Blitz Cannon, amazing aim. Yeah, so I tried to stand back so that the Synthenoids wouldn't kill the generator. The downside is, though, that the generator is not infinite. After a certain amount of time, it will just blow up and it'll stop outputting Chickenbots. So I can't really do anything about that, but I always try to make it so that it won't... so that the Synthenoids won't kill them before I get a chance to get all the Chickenbots I can. Anyway, that nanotech boost we picked up, I think that is the first one that the game expects you to get. I know the one in the Feltzin System is the first one that's available. And the one in Megapolis that we got is basically the first one in the game. Of course, you're not supposed to get it until way later in the game, but we do like cheating here. I mean, I do, at least. Anyway, now we're actually going to do the main path of this planet. That other path is basically so you can get that nanotech boost, and they do it so that there's actually a bit of I don't know what it is I want to say about it. I guess they want to introduce you to the nanotech boost as spectacularly as possible, so they set aside this entire path just for the first nanotech boost in the game. Of course, if you ended up getting the one on Feltzin System, you'll probably be really confused. So, earlier on Vukovar Canyon, we had the game's swing shot level. So this time around, Canal City is basically the game's Therminator level. And since we won't be using the swing shot, I'm gonna put the Therminator on my quick select. Save us some time. Man, this place is just lousy with bolts. Oh hey, a Chickenbot generator! And of course the very first thing my synthenoids do is just murder it. Sad face. It's too bad, really. I was hoping to get some... I always try not to kill that specific Chickenbot generator, since you're in like a thin corridor and it's easy to kill all the Chickenbots that it spawns. But my synthenoids had different plans. They just want to see everything dead. Also, here's my attempt to speed up collecting bolts and everything. Really, all it does is waste ammo. I just used a mini nuke on one crate. Come on. Again, something else I would use the vaporizer for, but it's already upgraded. I usually don't like getting close to these guys. They're actually some really annoying enemies. Oh, but up here we get some exploding barrels, and these barrels are awesome. I don't think they damage enemies, because I know they don't damage you. One thing they do is, when you stand on them and... Oh, there's a dynamo target that it just missed. But basically, when you blow them up, they'll either fly up into the air or they'll just explode. And I always like jumping on them and hyper-striking so that I fly up in the air with them. So that dynamo target in the background, that's actually so we can get the last platinum bolt on this planet. And you may be wondering why I didn't hit it so I could get the platinum bolt. But, well, first thing I need to do is clear out all the enemies. But I'm actually going to cheat a little. Here, you see it on the right side of the screen there. Gonna show off a little other strategy for getting the platinum bolt here. Also, there's a big ambush here with all of those Thugs for Less guys. This is actually going to be the last time we see them. Like I said, these guys always have strength in numbers, so of course the last time we see them is when they have a giant ambush. So this door to the left of me that I just passed, that's where a platinum bolt is. And what you're supposed to do is go down, hit the dynamo switch, and run all the way back up here before time runs out. But I've got another idea. Yeah, if you can do that, then you won't have to worry about rushing back up here, because you'll already be up here. The big problem I usually have with setting up that jump is that sometimes as I activate the dynamo, I'll fall back down to the lower level. And that kind of screws everything up. So over here we're gonna get some new coordinates, but that's not the end of the level.
Psst. Got a ship that needs, improvements? Worried about getting caught? At Slim Cognitos, your secret is safe with us. Whether it's weapons, shielding, or a new hyperspace module, we'll hook you up quickly, cheaply, and most important, quietly. So next time you're in the market for some, legally ambiguous refashioning, remember the name. Slim Cognitos. The only inspections we pass are yours.
Starship mods. Well, a quick visit to Slim's wouldn't cost us much time. Or maybe we should check out that chemical factory. Someone inside might know where the thief was headed.
Yep. The ship shack is where you can go and upgrade your ship and get all the great upgrades. I kinda wish that we could have had that before we did Feltzin System, because Feltzin System is actually a little bit difficult without any upgrades. And I had to go and do all the challenges without upgrades because I wanted to afford the Synthenoids. You know, I didn't want to wait until after we did this level to get the ship shack coordinates, then go buy stuff, then go back to Feltzin System and do all the challenges. This gate doesn't hurt you. It knocks you back, but it does not take off health. I can sort of understand why the ship shack comes after Feltzin System though, because we do not actually buy the upgrades there with bolts. But you'll see when we actually get to it. Also, my Synthenoids were nice this time, and they actually didn't kill the Chickenbot generator. So I got a nice, good old bunch of bolts. Now that we're about to head into this chemical plant. Oh, look at my Synthenoids, aren't they nice protecting me? Yeah, these Chickenbots are freaky! Freaky! But it's not like Chickenbots are scary or anything. We've been over this. This level would always freak me out with the Chickenbots. I absolutely hated it. Because it's like they seem to be everywhere. They were always waiting for you to like over ledges where you couldn't see them. It just, I don't know, this level bothers me. Chickenbots really unsettle me. But the main thing about this level is the Therminator, and I actually use the Therminator in some really interesting ways here. I'm really glad I have the Synthenoids, because the Synthenoids always have my back here. Don't have to worry about those ugly Chickenbots. Also, I like how the Synthenoids spin around you when you're turning a bolt crank. So here's one of the interesting things they do with the Therminator. We have to freeze the floor so we can actually get to these jump slots, because for some reason Ratchet can't do that while jumping out of the water. Also, Chickenbot! Oh my god, that guy tried to jump me from like behind a wall. Synthenoids though, they had my back. Those things were freaky otherwise. One thing that's cool is that when you freeze water, sometimes the water body will actually expand a bit, like there, which is surprisingly realistic. But yeah, now we have a new element here, which is sewer sharks. Sewer sharks are back from the first game, but as before, we cannot kill them when they're in water. Basically, if we go into water while there are sewer sharks there, we're basically dead. But before, we have the Hydro Displacer, which could suck out the water, and then we could go down and kill the sewer sharks. There's no Hydro Displacer this time around, so instead we're gonna have to go with the Therminator to freeze them. Yeah, of course, when all the water is frozen, the sewer sharks can't get to us. But once you thaw the water out again, the sewer sharks will be just fine. Almost at the end of this level, but first things first, I want money. Money. Extra money. Delicious. Alright, so the last thing we have to do is time this freeze so that the water stops halfway up that hole right there. The reason being this jump right over here. If you freeze the water when it's too low, you can't make this jump. But now it's time for cutscenes.
Perhaps these robots can assist us.
Excuse me? Have you seen any masked weirdos?
I think I had better do the talking. A masked customer picked up an order not long ago. Recently, they received a new transmission from him, and they are willing to show it to us for a small price.
Hello, yes. Yes, I need to order 2 more containers of sulfuric acid. Oops. Better make that 5 containers and 4 containers of liquid hydrogen. Oops. Better add 6 crates of nitroglycerin and... Look, just give me double that. And I need it delivered.
Hey! What? What?
Oh, nothing. Just some robot humor.
Okay, funny guy. Let's just head to those coordinates.
Well, there we go. That's the end of Canal City. Now that we've done that, we can basically head to Siberius. But we're not going to Siberius right away because we still have Slim Cognito's ship shack to check out. That's not going to take long though. It really is just a shop. It's not really like a place with anything there. A few more synthenoids. 4 heavy lancer shots. Gotta put my swing shot back on because no more Therminator. And we're done here. Oh wait, I want to set up my weapons for the next level. Alright, that's the end of that. Catch you next time, guys, where we're going to the ship shack. Oh yeah. See ya.